All right, hello everyone. My name is Madison Keene, and this semester I am in Art 180. And for my critiquing photography project, I'm going to be exploring the Australian photographer Andrew Stark's works. So, who is Andrew Stark? Andrew Stark is an Australian photographer who was born in 1964, making him 64 years old today. He was born in Sydney, Australia, and he is most famous for his candid urban street photography. Most of his photos are taken in his home country, Australia. He generally works in black and white with a TC film camera and a 28 to 40 millimeter lens. He first became famous because of his self published photo book called Snaps from Sydney, which he published in 2003, and then later gained more popularity from his photo series of the 2005 Cronulla race riots, which I will be discussing later today. In a review online, a writer wrote that Stark's idiomatic and wryly observed urban photography of Sydney, Australia represents a vital continuation of documentary street photography, an art that is slowly diminishing, but Andrew is beautifully upholding. The first photo I'm going to be discussing is actually from a series of photos from another self published book called Here Come the Townies. This series of photos was published in 2020 and documents the history of the Gosford Carryong Rugby League in Australia. I was particularly drawn to these images because while this rugby club is extremely old, these photos bring history to life and document a wonderful story that this league has to tell. The next two photos I'm going to be discussing are from his series of the Cronulla race riots that happened in December 2005 in Australia. This first photo of this man being lifted into the air by the crowds during the actual protest was extremely powerful and compelling to me because it reflects a lot of the political turmoil we have in the United States. Even though these photos were taken 20 years prior to today, um, it draws a lot of feelings back from the current political climate that we're experiencing and some of the intense events that we've had over the last several years. And these photos do a wonderful job of causing reflection on those events and what those events looked like for us and how these events can look across the world and how humans are so similar in the way we act and behave and feel passion for the things that we want changed for the better. This next photo, called Down South, is a photo in the remnants of the Cronulla race riots. This photo was taken on a beach and is a part of another series of photos because there were a continuation of the riots on the beach where people were burning Australian flags and damaging property. But this photo I was drawn into because it shows the childlike nature that we have all experienced at some point in our lives and how clueless we can be in just playing with friends at the beach while there is serious national turmoil that is going on. So, why is this important? Because Andrew Stark well documents monumental events that are important to his home and important to his heart. So, he puts his heart and soul into his photography. A lot of the photos that I observed and examined fall into an aesthetically evaluative and an ethically evaluative category because they delve into the ethics of what is happening in his nation. So, what's different about Andrew Stark is that he uses his wide range of capabilities to take his photographs and often photographs many different things. And that's all for me.